Who else loves horror movies? Starting from 2010, everyone started to love horror movies and kept watching new ones until they finally are disappointed or scared by some of the horror movies. But later on, instead of watching them, many people, teenagers, kids, have found a new topic that has been only highlighted, and that's none other than games. That's right. Horror games have taken over horror movies, and even more later on, inventors invented VR, which lets players experience horror even more closely. And the one that shines upon my eyes from 2017 is not Outlast, not Resident Evil 7, but Slender Fortress 2. Hello Internet and welcome to SF2 Theory, or else known as Slender Fortress 2 Theory. I've been playing this game for about the past 11 months, which is almost close to a year, and so I am about to tell you that this game's story mode, that this game has been hiding for a long time since 2015. But before I start to explain all about this, all I have to say is that this video will contain major spoilers of many maps of Slender Fortress 2, or else known as SF2. You guys get what I'm trying to say. The point is that if you guys haven't beaten or else won all the maps of SF2, or if you are a new player, then I highly recommend you to pause this video and play it before you know about this dark secret that will make your eyes pop out. But if you still want to, or if you have won all the maps and done everything that I said, you may resume seeing this video as you please. And for those who wants to go with the spoiler and ruin the chance of surprise of the game, I only have one thing to say to you all. Remember, you have been warned. So now you all know that I have experience of the game mode SF2, but many of you might be new to this game and might be wondering what is SF2. The game SF2 is a plug-in game mode inside of TF2 created for the new Lunar Republic on February 8, 2013, and then publicity released for all servers on October 21, 2013. It was created by Kit O'Rifty. The players of the red team gets to play in the map. Their objective is to collect predefined number of pages, gas cans, magic books, etc. It's not that simple since, they're gonna be getting chased around by bosses, aka ghosts, demons, ghouls, nightmares, creatures, etc. Meanwhile, the blue team has to wait for their turn. In the next round, the plugin will automatically choose the players by judging how much score they have, aka Q points they have. Normally, I had no suspicion about any of the maps of Slender Fortress 2, but this map is the one which got on the nerve of my suspicions too much. The map's name is Hellfire. It basically lets you play inside of hell, like literally. Your objective is to find spell books and to survive from demon, which is trying to hunt you down. It's mostly like a devil rhino or something, but it basically will be chasing you around. But if you actually go behind the spawn, you will see some very weird type of paintings. After you die in that map, get out of your spawn and go down the stairs, then turn to your left, and then you will enter the red team zone. You will see pictures on both the right and the left side of the wall. The first map is the Abyss, then the Ward, then the Forgotten Tomb, then SCP-087, then Parish, then Abandoned, and then Atomics, and then lastly Alpha Complex. Here is a proof of that picture called the Forgotten Tomb picture. If you hadn't noticed that yet, then go and notice the third picture that I walked to. This, when I go to the place, this will look the exact same thing as it did in the picture. This is a proof to prove you that whatever I'm saying is 100% truth and not a fake. At first I thought that this was all a coincidence, but when I heard the boss say this, I knew it was something else. The boss could have said two things, such as, "This will not be your end," or "Death will not be your end." Now, both of those quotes relate to only one thing. We died. That's right. I'm not even kidding. We somehow died in the story, and now the demons of hell has given us a one final challenge to find the spellbooks to get out of hell. That's right. I'm not even kidding. You guys remember like horror movies and all kinds of villain movies, right? Where the villain once stops the superheroes or captures them, they says that, "Haha, I've captured you once, but this is not the end of your punishment. I still have some lot of surprises waiting for you." So this is basically the same situation. We died, and now the demon of hell will rot our soul once we die in hell. Once again. So yeah, all that's left is to piece this mystery back together. So now it's time to get to the bottom of this mystery and find the true story that is hiding in SF2 once and for all. Since I know the ending of these maps that were shown in the picture, all we need to do now is to assemble all the maps endings together, and then we will have our answer. The first part is Alpha Complex, which is the 8th map. In that map, our adventure first began, since all we had to do is find the engineer's PDA. And the ending of that map is that we had to go to a little lift to escape. Remember, I said all we need to do is find the engineer's PDA because we were gearing up for our first journey. Then we did escape, but our car runs out of fuel. Which, by car, I mean the sniper's truck. The sniper actually drives a car. So, when we stop by to pick up some gas at the 6th map, known as Abandoned. In that map, we need to find a single gas can, then escape in the ending with that gas can. Then, we had to stop at the Blockdown Bridge, which is the 5th map, known as Parish. In that map, you just basically need to run through the entire bridge and never look back because there's monsters chasing you. And, well, in the end, you get inside of a helicopter to escape. The helicopter was a special task force who were willing to help because they needed our help recovering the lost tomb where everyone is afraid to go. I mean, come on. Who would want to go into a creepy-looking tomb only to die? I mean, the ancient tombs are filled with booby traps, and the scientist does not want to die for their own research because, hey, if you die, your research means nothing. So, before the helicopter got to the destination where, the forgotten tomb was, the helicopter ran out of fuel again. So we had to stop in a creepy looking factory, hoping to find some gas cans. And the special forces also explained to us that that factory's second level holds a key that was given by the scientist to get inside the forgotten tomb. So after we find the gas cans, and then we escape into inside of a room where the elevator was. And once we get inside that elevator, the elevator is none other than the second map named The Ward. The factory area is the map named Abyss that was previously where we get inside of an entrance to get above. The second map was named The Ward, since we need the key for the forgotten tomb. You have to find the key and then go back in the lift to escape once again. Then, in the third map, we need to find some Egyptian page after we arrived by the helicopter, thanks to all those gas cans. Once we did that, it had a lot of writing on them. Researching that would save a long time of figuring it out. Once we had all the pages, we have to go outside another area before we can just escape out of the forgotten tomb. And that is none other than SCP-087. Because in that map starting, all you have to do is just pick up a camera and just try to escape. Some players met the bad ending, which is the true ending, of course. In the bad ending, you see SCP-087 appearing in front of you, kind of like give you a jump scare. And then instead of going further, like into the light, you fall down. You still win the map, but you did die in the story mode, and continued from this map called Hellfire. But hey, that's just a theory. A Slender Fortress 2 theory. And that's it for today.